Gambian man understand ñu jë jox place boy bi la wala talay ñu téral sun ko xaliss bi léegi xaliss government bi.
Because of this current happening, I think Morocco is a better choice.
Nga play Senegal fan wala fanan fisata fan sa isaji at least ndel fanan sinna passer raba nga ta Gambia la pass football jibe Senegal.
Tout ma gisé ni ko renouveler dafa dess lu bari c'est football ci man ñu play fi international game because population moy ñew.
Nañ ko play Morocco boy moy the best, Wow, nañ ko play Morocco because Morocco fofu la jama ji gëna nekk dal.
I believe the expertise for stadium renovation doesn't exist in the Gambia. Our construction companies, they've never built a stadium. They don't have the capacity to renovate an old stadium.
Hello viewers, welcome to the Citizens Network. My name is Aliou Cisse. On this special edition, we want to sound the opinions of Gambians as we head to our final group game against Congo. CAF have decorated our only independent stadium unfit, and GFF with the head coach have chosen Morocco as our ground for this crucial game. This has created mixed feelings amongst football lovers. Let's get their reaction of where will they want this important game to be played and why. Follow me.
This is our stadium, this is our home, this is where our boys will feel more supported. Yes, this is their country. So when the stadium is unfit, it does not tell well for our football federation, and then as fans, we kind of don't feel very happy about it because that means we are missing important games. Because if the games are to be hosted outside the country, unless we travel, and then that is going to be very difficult for any football lover. But when it is happening in our own stadium, it is better and it is easier for all of us.
As it stands right now, we must travel as a fans and both as a players. As the Gambia Football Federation, with the head coach, have chosen Morocco instead of Senegal. How do you see that?
Yeah, Morocco seems to be further away than Senegal. But if you also check it, putting into mind the current political situation in Senegal, I think it will be best for the boys' safety and the safety of every football fan for the game to be played in Morocco. Although in normal circumstances, we will prefer Senegal. But because of this current happening, I think Morocco is a better choice. Yeah, sure.
We are going to play against our former head coach of Gambia, who's now the head coach of Congo. Do you think Gambia stand for any chance to secure a point in that game?
Well, yes. I think it will be a test for the coach, because you are playing against a former head coach and you are the current head coach. So he should show us why we appointed him, why he is our coach. Because if he defeats the other guy we had previously, it will show that we made the right decision by appointing him. So I think Tom should actually, defeat that coach, because we should even go for a win. Yes, sure.
Well, I felt so bad. Yeah, knowing fully well that if it was hosted in the Gambia here, we would have many fans to witness the game and even give the Scorpion more support by being there. Yeah, our presence in the stadium is a plus to the team. Yeah.
Recently, we have the Football Federation, alongside with the coach, have decided to play the game in Morocco instead of Senegal. How do you see that?
Well, I think it's not a good idea. Yeah, because Senegal is more closer to Morocco, and many fans will even prefer going to Senegal. If it was in Senegal, many fans would have gone there, and that would have benefited, and the team would have been happy seeing its fans present in the ground. But for Morocco, it is far, and also it will be expensive for both the government and also the citizens to witness it there. So I don't think it will be affordable for the fans to leave from Gambia here and witness the game in Morocco. Therefore, there will be less fans there in Morocco.
as Gambians, we believe our games should be played in our own country because like we have our only international stadium, which is under renovation. But I believe when it is not up to standard as CAF stated, they should help us with a ground where as they can construct all the facilities that is needed rather than going to other countries to play our games in other countries because we are Gambia and Gambia is an independent country. We should not depend on other countries. But as CAF stated, we can go and play on a neutral ground, but which is not fair to our Gambian footballers. We believe we should have a standard field. If the Bakau International Stadium is not standard, they can build and structure a new one where as the facilities needed as Gambians is available.
Rumors has it that they already have their own stadium. But coming to the game again, our former coach is now the current coach of Congo. Do you think Gambia have a hope in that game? Gambia should have a chance in that game?
Of course, when you build up something, you have a mindset on something. When your coach left and is coaching another team that is your opponent, you build is a free game, whereas you train as them, the 11 man, you build in the field, and there as you focus and know that yes, he has coached you once and he left your team, he's coaching your opponent. So make sure you change the tactics and play as Gambians and you go and fight and represent our country.
Looking at the stadium, the national stadium, I believe there is a body responsible. Like we have what we call Gambia Football Federation. You understand? That is responsible on behalf of the state. Okay? And I believe they know what is happening there rather than you and I here. You understand? And I believe it is a national asset. Once that stadium is being ready, and I hope all Gambians and even outsiders will have access to it. Yeah, that's what I believe.
So, but recently, just one more question. We are to play our match against Congo, which will host in Morocco instead of Senegal. And we are going to face Congo. Congo head coach recently is a former coach of Gambia. Do you think Gambia have a chance to win or to book their place in the African Cup of Nations?
Yes, I thank you very much because previous matches I do follow Gambia in their matches, and I believe our players, they did well, to be honest with you. And with that, Gambia is now at a high height, okay? Not only national, but internationally, Gambia football is being recognized, okay? And all we needed is that we need prayer for our players, and we need motivation for our players, and also collectively, okay, for the players, for them to also know that they are representing a nation, and let them also go extra mile, okay, in a form of sacrifice to ensure that we'll come up with a victory.
Well, I'm disappointed that this is where we are with regards to the football, and I totally blame the Gambia government, for this situation. The independent stadium should not have been at this point if the Gambia government has taken responsibility to manage to take care of this stadium. This stadium was built more than 30 years ago, and it was the duty of the Gambia government every year to make sure there is necessary renovation, necessary investment, efficient management of the stadium. But government has failed to do that. And so they allowed this stadium to really deteriorate until this time. And so even when they try to renovate it through the Ministry of Sports, I don't agree with the approach that is taken. I believe the expertise for stadium renovation doesn't exist in the Gambia. Our construction companies, they've never built a stadium. They don't have the capacity to renovate an old stadium, which seriously needs serious expertise, capacity to do that. So I would have expected that the Ministry of Sports would have gone to China itself, those who build the stadium, to seek their support to come and really deal with the stadium, or go to other countries, particularly in Europe, who have the experience and the expertise about stadiums. Because stadium is not a simple infrastructure. Yes, and stadium is not it's a critical infrastructure because you have at any one point thousands of people sitting in that stadium. And the structure of that stadium cannot be taken lightly because you have thousands of lives if that stadium should collapse, so if you want to renovate that stadium, you don't deal with, people who don't have that experience and the expertise. So I think the Minister of Justice has not taken the right approach. The Gambia government hasn't taken the right approach. If they truly want to renovate this stadium is not about a matter of painting, all right, or doing the pitch. There are serious structural issues here. And for me, they should have really gone to those countries like China who built this country, or countries in Europe or somewhere else who have the expertise to come and do this. We pay them, what you need to pay them, and they do the work. But to give it to our local construction companies who have no expertise, no experience whatsoever in terms of stadium infrastructure, I'm really disappointed by that approach, and even more disappointed that until now we have to go and play our matches outside.
Since the announcement by the CAF that the stadium is unfit to host the international matches, many were expecting that the match should play in Senegal, our neighboring country, but the federation and the coaches has it that due to some technical reason, they prefer to play the match in Morocco, which will be like a neutral ground for both Gambia and Congo. What's your take on that? Do you think AMA should be playing in Senegal, our neighboring country, or still in Morocco?
I wouldn't have much to say there. I'm not a sports expert, but I'm interested to know what technical issues GFF is talking about. Yes, I think they owe Gambian citizens that explanation. What are these logistical or technical issues so that you cannot play in Senegal and have to go all the way to Morocco, which is going to be more expensive, and to carry the team there, but also it is going to deny a lot more Gambians, because not many Gambians can travel all the way to Morocco to watch the match. If it were in Senegal, people would just cross the border, a lot more people would go. So they have to really tell us why it cannot be played in Senegal. So far, I don't know, but I have not heard them specify what are the technical or logistical issues with Senegal. And I'm interested to know that in order to justify why we should go all the way to Morocco. And why Morocco, why not in Ghana, which is closer, or why not in, in Sierra Leone, or somewhere around our region here. So they need to be more transparent so that, citizens also know that this decision is justifiable. If they are not transparent, then I think I'll oppose their decision. So I stand opposed to their decision until they are transparent and lay out the reasons, which I can agree or disagree, but at least I would have the benefit of knowing what is the reason.
It's disappointing that a whole project worth millions of our Gambian taxpayers' money, I believe even if at all it's not taxpayer money, even if at all it's coming out, those millions should not have been invested in a particular place that would be doped as unqualified to host matches. It's disappointing. In fact, it's discouraging also to an extent that it kind of sends a wrong signal to our individuals who are interested in the sport or the sporting fraternity. Because if your own national games are hosted by other countries, what is the sense of pride would you show out there? Even if you want, at some point, fans support during football match, it matters a lot. It encourages the boys to play. It gives them that motive to do it harder. But then you go out there, you are not having that moral support. You don't see fans out there. You might even face other type of subjugations by other people, even racist chants by people of other individuals. I would not like to say that. But then we understand this could play a part. So it's disappointing, and I think it's the Ministry of Youth and Sport should really do something about this, because GFF would, in fact, the ministry is seen as the parent body. They're the one that failed us, and it should not have happened that way. It's really disappointing to see, to be honest.
Now we are to play against Congo, and the head coach of Congo was once a head coach of the Gambia. Do you think we have any chance to book book again for the African Cup of Nations?
I think now Gambia has set a precedent during the last CAF. Gambia was forever had been seen as an underdog in so many competitions that they will engage into. But then, as usual, Gambians, you underrate them, they could prove you wrong. I think still there's chance because we have most of our players who are all professional. They are out there playing, contesting in very good leagues, even though it might not be that super leagues, but then we have very good players who are there and then they're doing extremely well. So I don't doubt that they can have point or do something against that, even if at all the coach was a Gambian head coach. Yes.
stadium bi dem ba rek doxantu naa fa ma fa amoon mission ma suma xarit waaye ma turu ma gisee ni ko renouveler dafa des lu bari c'est foot daal si man ñu play fi international game because population mooy ñëw so nit yu bëree ñëw te c'est foot yàlla tere accident am fa ñu leen di war a ñàkk seen bakkan au di gaañu tamit kenn ñaanu ko yàlla si football so de maa dem ba gisal ko sama bopp gis crack yi gis fa lu bari loo xam ne dafa des daal si liggéey bi dafa des lu bëree bëri maa sama bopp sax ñu ko doon discours mu ne ma xoolal stadium bi nu mel te ñu ne liggéey nañ ko ak amount bi ñu ne moom lañ leen jox ma ne ko ne xanaa why is that money ana xaalis boobu te ñun ñoo ñëw gisal ko suñu bopp gis ne stadium bi doxut rénovation bi dafa des liggéey bi baawut te c'est foot daal anyway c'est foot ñu war fee play international game waaw c'est foot suñ ko mënoon pour Sénégal tam wala Maroc ñu dem play ko fa daal moo gënoon daal waaw ñu win si jaama ñu bisee jaama suñu amee beneen stadium boo xamante ne baax na ñu play ko fi waaye bii moom si man dalalul suma xel daal ñu war ko fee play.
Gambia dañ bëgg a football yeneen dëkk yi ñu gën a bëgg a football te stade bi war naa passé stage bi boo soo ko xoolee ba xool stade yu ñoom Sénégal yëpp waruñoo raw tey parce que suñu tam waruñoo développe bon stade bi yaakaar na du tey kon ñoo leen fekk fi stade bi su dañu war a try ñu defar stade bi gën a rafet sax ñu tas ko defaraat yi ba mu expo waaw nit yi tam xam nga mën a dem seetaan match Gambia di si kontaan waaw.
muna kena Gambia bita football pile la wande banko kan e fon la banko bi jang ila ke ba ma lumme nante o moy akwe ni o tora bakele ni ngalla fon makalla no fon because muna keta ndel la banko bi jang jani bita pile la wande banko kan fon la banko bi jang adum player be mulbulle player kendo le be mulbul so be Gambia ko le ku balati so ndel fana laftam fon la stade mo nga use nga play kiji so wala beta ta ngata play wande banko kan kabiri nga moy ko Gambia nyanta tala play la Morocco ke ba ma no kuni ay ni otora bagele fon because ndel fana lafta nga ke comme ko Senegal be nyame Sadio Mané ñul be nyame Senegal ndel fana lafta Gambia dingul fana ko nyamale Messi ñul be nyame comme ko player ball be nyame fana lafta na football la le futa wo nyama but kata play fo ato dum fo Morocco nga play Senegal fon wala fana fisata fon sa isaji at least ndel fana sinna passer raba ngata Gambia la pass football jibe Senegal ba kata fo Morocco so ndel kam mirana domoro la man domoro soto so kata bolo jibe fo Morocco so wo kolata bulu bagele fon adun del be lafta pour Gambia qualified ndel bebe duwa ka ala pour ka ala dani Gambia qualified so ni to ko ndel la macho ngata pele fo Morocco abe mul batandi la bagele bot ndel be ala dani la na boyolu ala ma ala makoy e hamme ko be munti ala ma ala ya dila ala ma ala son kayro la
stadium bi mom dega rafet na nag waaye buñ sañoon tamit dafa mel ni comme lifin yi comme stadium yu ñu dee gis si yeneen dëkk yi understand nga like si Nevo si Sénégal gis nañ fa stadium yu fa nekka understand nga so how come ñu defoon ko comme noonu tamit understand nga waaye ñu war koo def comme façon stadium bi definitely dafay xaw a doy waar daal so mënoon nañ koo def mu gën a rafet lii dëgg rafet na nag sant yàlla ba mu bari because ku amul ndey nga nampa maam comme gisuñ leneen lu dul lii dañ koo sant rek waaye nag waroon naay gën a ëpp fii nii. nañ ko play Morocco boy mooy di best you know waaw nañ ko play Morocco because Morocco foofu la jaama ji gën a nekk daal so anyway man ci suma xalaat daal man Morocco moo gën a lifin daal si ñun daal understand nga so nañ ko play Morocco you know.
every time boo ñun suñ international match ñu ko dee dem play outside loolu dafa meegul sense yeneen country yaa ngi ni su country bo Sénégal mi ngi ni xam ne star la gaay am doo musa dégg sax Sénégal sax mu ngi dem play outside su waree am home match am si biir këram la ko dee play su amee yeneen match mu dem play ko outside waaye
Gambian man ma understand ñu jox place boy billahi walaay talaay dañoo tëral suñ ko xaalis bi léegi xaalis si government bi billahi te government ñu xool leen noonu duñ leen def dara yi boy lii suñ la joxee place nga liggéeyaloo ngir yàlla génn foofu boy ñu jox keneen boy ñu mun a liggéeyal suñu dëkk ñu liggéeyal suñu dëkk bi moo gën stade baa ngi ni boy how many years boy billahi walaay talaay lii discourage la si biir si suñu nation boy how many years boy stade bi only benn stade soo waxee booy ñu ne la non nañu war a uti stade another place stade bi dafa màgg stade bi nii yaa nii dañ sona booy bilaay walaay talaay nañu balaa sona booy bilaay walaay talaay nañu balaa sona booy nañu jàppale booy ngir yàlla.
stade bi ak nu mu mënta demee dañu waroon a jàppale si stade bi mu pare nga xam ne ñun doomi Gambia yi dañoo mën a dem seetaan match bi suñ match buñ mënta am si Gambia ñu dem seetaan ko si stade bi moo gën ñu dem war a dem Sénégal wala ñu dem pré comme Morocco loolu yëpp beneen waste time la si ñun nga xam ne suma maas yi amuñ paas pour war faa dem te ñu ngi bugg a seetaan suñ booy réew mi xam nga yes so suñ sañoon daal gars yi defaral ñu stade bu baax nga xam ne dañoo mën a toog seetaan suñ game si live ñun tamit xam nga because as far as suñ doomi réew yi lañ xam nga stade bi suñu stade la yes stade bi yàgg na nii nag dëgga yes si biir moom nice na atool ñu ngi ko wone si Facebook yi everyday ñu ngi ko gis ñu ngi ko flow so waaye comme si biti moo des si biti moom dara commencé wuñ foofu noonu so xam nga yes so luñ bëggoon ku nekk awma ku nekk si jiit bi de waaye ku munta doon nañu jàppale rek defaral ñu stade bi comme nu mu war a demee understand nga yes suñu defalee loolu dañoo oba kontaan ñun doomi réew mi yes because suma star yaa ngi fa dama leen de bugg a seetaan live comme time boobu before dama daan dem stade time ñoom Obama yang bu mu fa daan ñëw ñoom Real Mahrez xam nga game yooyu maa ngi fa woon waaye booba léegi maa ngi miss game bi nag maa ngi obala miss game si so dama bëggoon gars yi jàppale ñu stade bi pare nga xam ne ñun tamit dañoo mën a delluwaat foofu ñu xam nga même si gannaaw stade bi si yoon boobu noonu ñun suñu yoon bi foofu noonu yëpp a yaaxu si gannaaw bi nii fu moto yi dee jaar noonu bunti stade bi romba ko foofu yëpp doo dee mën a gis tali bi sax yëpp mu ngi nekk suuf loolu tamit gars yi ñu war a jàppale si loolu ñu mun koo defar understand nga so suñu defaree loolu nag ñun sax dañu ñun doomi réew mi laa wax de dañoo gën a kontaan si loolu noonu understand nga
waaw xam nga loolu dafay wàññi koom-koom bi si réew mi du ñun suñu driver yi sax loolu koom-koom bi réew mi si boppam la ma wàññi dafa wàññi si driving bi wàññi si government wàññi fu nekk because stade bi ñun ñoo ko moom luñ fa dugal suñu ngir réew mi moo des so ñun doom yi Gambie fu ñu war a dugal ñu fay ñu dugal si réew mi loolu suñu ko nar a yóbbu beneen réew ñu fayaat ko foofu loolu suñ koom-koom rek la mooy yàqa te ñun nekkul luñ driver le moo affect réew mi yëpp la moo affect lu ñu gënal mooy stade bi dafa war a correct doomi Gambien si ñu mën a play foofu ñoom ñëpp ñu fans yi ñu dem support doomi Gambien si foofu noonu at least soo fay $50 boo fay foofu si stade bi xam nga ne boobu soo génnee rek si biir stade bi lañ ko dugalaat waaye nag da nga xam ne yeneen player yi da ngaa dem rent stade fu ko play nga ca doomi Gambien du fa dem seetaani xam ne bu dul fans club bi rek loolu amul benn profit amul benn njëriñ lu ñu ñaan rek lu ñu ñaan gouvernement bi rek nañ defar stade bi mu correct rek mooy benn solution bi ñu xool solution naka la ñuy defar stade su nekkoon bii du baax ñu xool feneen ñu xool naka la ñuy defar stade bu correct because of ñun duñ mën a dekk suñ loo xamante ne suñ doom yi war a play dem beneen outside play suñ game bu ñu war a play Gambia amul benn important amul benn njëriñ waaw loolu moom doolu solution bi mooy nañ defar stade bi mu correct réew mi doy mun a play foofu doomi Gambia si génn a dem seetaan seen boy yi loolu moo indi moo na nga men important bi waaye nag dem génn a play beneen réew sa doom su war a jël sa flag sa boo war a play nga yóbbu beneen réew loolu nekkul solution bro solution bi yëpp mooy nañ nekk benn ñu try ñu defar suñu stade bi ñu rénover ko suñ ko mënta defar beneen ñu xool naka la ñu rénover mu correct su correctee da nga gis ne Gambia suñu amee match ci stade bi doomi Gambia si dem seetaan seen match bi ñu ne enjoy because of lii at to at la te dee teel te sometimes sax da ngaa xool ne ligue yi dañ fa dee play understand nga ligue yi dañ fa dee play zonal finance yi foofu la dee play da nga gis ne stade bi lu mu dee jël ak people da nga gis ne parcs yi duñ ko dee jël loolu moom jafe-jafe bi yëpp si yëpp la ko teg yes koom-koom réew mi la ko gën a wàññi yes.
Well, that's all we have for you on this special edition of the Gambia versus Congo game slated for next month. Well, the decision has already been made and we are heading to Morocco for our final group game, Gambia versus Congo. Good luck, Team Gambia. But hey, it will be an easy encounter. My name is Aliou Cisse. Till I come your way next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Citizens Network Gambia for more interesting and informative programs. Bye for now.